Hey everybody, it is that time again for the SDM Gaming Podcast. It's me, Kahuna, and I am joined yet again by my partner in crime, Outcast. How we doing, Outcast?
Not too bad, yeah. It's that time again to annoy and possibly alienate some people. Yes!
Annoy and alienate. I was aiming more for inform and engage.
Yeah, so was I.
Are we approaching this from two different angles altogether?
Didn't I say that?
Were you using your thinking voice as your loud voice again?
It must have been.
We have to stop you doing that. As I've mentioned this in previous videos, it gets awkward and it gets awkward fast.
Yeah, check out the World of Warcraft video.
Oh, Lord in heaven. Yeah, and I'll need to put an annotation into that one. And I'd just like to say, as a public disclaimer, I wasn't trying to troll you.
Yeah, you liar.
My legal counsel has advised me to say that no, I am in no way, shape or form, intentionally or otherwise, attempted to mislead you.
Right, guys, listen to this, right? He told me days earlier that, yeah, anyone can get Death Knight now, and I'm like, oh yeah, and slightly forgetting about it whilst we're recording, and he reminded me, trolling, and you'll see the rest if you watch.
It wasn't
intentional. It wasn't intentional. Yeah.
Let's make for some damn good reaction footage, though. And at the end of the day, I want to entertain our viewers. But anyway, folks, we are back again. We are covering some topics and such from the gaming world that we love so dear. This week, we're going to go for a more truncated approach. We're going to go quick, to the point, more direct, try and cut down the rambling. Because, well, not everybody loves rambling.
Well, I don't know. I like rambling.
But, we'll go try and be a little bit more focused going forward. But anyway, to recap a story from last week, and first I'd like to say a big thank you to those members of the YouTube community who are subscribing to my channel now. You may have seen the videos about the SDM Christmas giveaway. Now, this was Outcast's idea originally, did it last year. We're running it again this year. We're doing it on both channels. There are two separate videos, so please don't miss out on the opportunity. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Outcast's channel, watch both videos. Once you're subscribed, leave a comment, like the videos as well. The likes really help us out. It helps share the video, gets it out there, so please click on the like button. Leave the comment, Merry Xmas SDM, and if you do that on each video and you're subscribed to each channel, that's you twice in the draw to get a free Steam game. Twice. That's good odds.
Oh yes, definitely. Two free games from Steam. That's a pity I couldn't do it. Wait a minute, I'm giving away the game. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever.
Indeed, I might have created several. No, I haven't created any accounts, but I for one, I've been touched. There's been a good pickup on my channel. I appreciate that. I'm keeping track of everybody. So we are going to do the draw on the, what did we agree on, the Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve on for the draw, and then Christmas Day we'll have the video uploaded for everyone to see in its glory, to see who won.
And basically speaking, what's going to be the format, we were discussing this earlier, there will be 4 titles that we're giving away. We're still finalising exactly what titles we're going to be doing. There'll be 2 on Outcast channel, and there'll be 2 on mine. So like I say, we're going to do a conjoined video on the 24th. Depending on alcohol consumed on Christmas Eve, it might upload on Christmas Day. But be sure to check both channels and see exactly if you won. You've got to be in it to win it, so please come along, join us for the journey that is SDM. Now, moving it on at a fair clip, let's look at the gaming news this week. So what's been happening in the world? Answers? Not a great deal, really. It's been a slow news week for the gaming community. We have had obviously the next gen launches and the PC launch of Grand Theft. Well, it's next gen. Did the PC version for Grand Theft Auto 5 come out?
Obviously, can't remember.
There's been a lot of press on that. I'll need to double check that one. I did play Grand Theft Auto 5 on the 360. Outcast, did you ever play? I don't think you did.
I didn't. I've been on the fence with it, to be honest, because I mean I've played a lot of the GTA games through the years, and I've just been kind of, is it going to be more the same? I don't know, but I've been told it is really good, and I might just pick it up on the PS4.
I would highly recommend it, especially with the mean, the DirectX 11 graphic updates, the reskinning. I mean, Rockstar haven't rested on the laurels. Granted, it's the exact same game, but you got full first-person mode, and I must admit the videos of that look really impressive. Running around Los, it's not Los Santos, it's San Andreas, isn't it?
Mm.
It's one of the places. Dear God, I have played a lot of Grand Theft Auto, but I can't remember which city this one's based in, and to my immortal shame. But no, it looks fantastic. I mean, the sheer amount that's moving around, wonderfully immersive kind of gameplay. Now,
well, that's the thing with the all Grand Theft Auto games for my liking. Anytime you play one, through the years, you're always blown away by how much detail is into it, and you can drive around cities. I mean, I remember this. I think it was on what was the 80s one called again? Ah, God.
Vice City.
Vice City. I literally played that game for hours listening to the Vice City radio stations, just driving. Wasn't doing anything, just driving.
That's the great thing with
picking up prostitutes and then driving. I loved it.
And on that front, with excuse me, with sandbox games as well, I am working as fast as I can to try and get my review of Far Cry 4 out. I'm doing the review on the PC version. I've been talking to Outcast about it. My God, what a game. I'm not going to spoil it and give away too many of my views. I will possibly spoil the pudding a little bit by admitting the review is going to be somewhat positive. I do have some legitimate criticisms, but hopefully, stay tuned. That will be ready, fingers crossed, by the weekend if all goes swimmingly. So that'll be some new content for you guys to check out.
It isn't just fanboy positive insight, or is it just generally that's pretty much 90% all positive, to be had for the game?
You know what? I'm actually going to go with a no comment on that, specifically because if I do start talking about it, then I am probably going to go over most of the stuff that I will say in the review.
I tried to help you guys. He's not having any of that. Sorry.
No. See, professional. Yeah, it's just what I do. But and probably the biggest bit of gaming news this week, well, it's for me and a lot of people, Steam sale. It is an awesome selection, and I'm going to go as far to say that some titles that are involved in this Steam sale will be making their way into the SDM Christmas giveaway, so have a look through. You never know your luck. The odds are... What are the odds, actually? There's 5,645 titles currently on sale. Wow. I mean, that's better odds than winning the lottery that we're going to pick a game that you might actually be looking for. So that's got to be worth the price of a like, a comment, and a subscribe. So
which is free.
Which is free, by the way. The games, unfortunately, however, are not. But some of them are so cheap they may as well be. Just unbelievable selection of titles. I'm sitting here, I'm just drooling over the list at the moment in time.
And I'm doing exactly the same thing.
It's like my wish list is like, oh my God, there's so many things on my wish list that are so cheap. And why does it have to be so close to Christmas?
I know. I'm sitting here looking at half the titles here, and I'm looking at like Castlevania Lords of Shadow, and I'm like, now I own 2 copies of this game, but it's on flipping Steam, and it's really cheap. Do I get it anyway?
Buy it again.
What was that, Jesus? Buy it again? Okay, let's do it.
I prefer to be known by my official name, which is Kahuna.
Sorry.
Jesus was, that was some of my earlier attempts for fame and fortune. And
that was the old school name.
Yeah.
I mean, £5 for Lords of Shadow, that's damn good.
It's just an amazing selection. Steam always out. Well, I got to admit, the summer sale was pretty poor, but this winter sale, cracking set of titles. Get yourself over there if you're a PC gamer. Now is the time to lighten your wallet, offend your significant other, cancel Christmas, buy some games. There are some absolute bargains on there.
Offend your significant other.
It's going to happen. It's like next to actually playing games like World of Warcraft, Championship Manager, Steam sales are probably, Counter-Strike. Steam sales have got to be right up there with the big 3 for causing breakups in relationships.
Yeah.
You spend how much on what? But
honey, I got 10 games.
Oh, well, that's okay then. You then no longer have to validate that decision, do we not? But yeah, now swing yourself over by the Steam store, have a look at some of those. But in big news for me, and this is something that we're going to be introducing to the SDM channel as an upcoming feature, is Outcast. I'm calling you out.
What?
It's gone on too long, man. It's like, you know what? Everybody thinks that we're friends.
Oh, okay.
And we are. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm kind of ad-libbing at the
You
moment.
just went back on what you're trying to go with.
Yeah, I'm just moonwalking away from the point I was making. We are friends, but there's a healthy dose of competition. So you, sir, I am calling you out on YouTube for a head-to-head on Geometry Wars 3.
Challenge accepted.
Score challenge. I'm going to go out on a limb here, since I know we've got some new modes and we've got some new maps, but classic mode, evolve, so that's 3 lives. Highest score wins the round.
Now, do I get to at least practice beforehand, or is this cold turkey? We're not playing it from now until then.
No. You can obviously have a few runs through. I wouldn't,
that's good then.
Wouldn't send anybody in cold, but the principle is going to be that, Outcast and I are going to go head to head. We're going to record the footage simultaneously, so regardless of how much practice, one bad run, the pressure's going to be on. People will be watching. We're going to be recording audio, same as we do right now, so regardless of the head to head, there'll be no way to cheat yourself out of this one, because we'll be talking about the scores in the audio.
Damn, no hex.
We'll see how that one goes.
So, this is going to be good.
Shit is about to get real.
It's going to get real, son.
So come back, check that one out. That one will be coming up hopefully within the next week or so on the channels.
I might have to book a couple of days off of work.
I guess get the practice, get the Twitch reflexes going.
Get my thumbs reflexes going.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the Twitch reflexes, for myself, quick recap. Obviously, we started the SDM podcast based around Destiny, and touching back on that subject, we are getting really close to the launch of the first DLC. Now, I know we've been negative about it in the past, but we still can't get away from the fact the core gameplay is good. You got to give it that. I know you're kind of waning a little bit on it, and I think that is primarily because you don't quite have the social structure I've got in the game. I've got a good group. We can raid every week. You know, the higher level progress is coming for the guys and I that I play together with. And the Dark Below is due out on the 9th. First piece of DLC, we're going to have some new raids, going to have some new high level equipment. I've got some video footage that hopefully, by the powers of editing, will be playing in the background right now of my cohorts and I kicking Atheon's ass in the raid the other night. in true baller style as we do, you know. We came, we saw, we kicked his ass. It was it was Ghostbusters epic.
Oh, that's got to be super epic.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Atheon get taken down, it's not the whole raid I'm going to play in the video. I'm going to stick to the segment where we are obviously fighting him. But yeah, if you haven't witnessed that one before, check it out. It'll be in the video playing right now. But what about yourself, Outcast? What are you playing at the moment? Because I'm flipping between Far Cry 4 and Destiny at the moment. What about you, good self?
To be honest, I haven't really touched Destiny in a good while now. Ever since Call of Duty's Advanced Warfare came out. Not that I've been playing all that much of that. I mean, I've been playing multiplayer a little bit of it. Not that I've went Prestige recently, my first Prestige.
Prestige.
Not that it really makes much difference, but yeah, I mean, I think I will get back into Destiny, but it's like you say, I mean, I don't really, on the PS4, I don't really have a lot of friends on the PSN network. It's been on my Microsoft account that I've had all my friends have been working on, sort of thing, but...
that is where the SDM did start, in all fairness, to be honest. But
I'm not giving it up.
Don't give it up, man. It's like, PlayStation Network is equally... I was going to make a very bold statement there. PlayStation Network is certainly coming along. I think when Sony garnered the fact that, yes, you know what, servers are expensive. Giving PlayStation Network away for free was fantastic. I mean, it was certainly a big selling point for PSN in the past, but let's be honest here, people. This stuff doesn't come cheap, and you've got to maintain these servers. The networks require constant maintenance, patching, update, monitoring. There are people sitting sitting in network operation centers 24/7, watching these systems to make sure that you can get on whenever you want. And, that costs money. And I think Sony kind of sly about how they did it, but they did the right thing. They came out and they started charging for it. If you want to play games on PlayStation Network, you have to pay for it, and that's been good for the network. I mean, I'll be honest, it's like I was playing a little bit of Call of Duty with SDM Richie the other day. There's some video up on his channel about that, and there's big improvements in Call of Duty's netcode. It is a lot more stable than it was. It was pissing me off to the stage where I didn't want to play it, and we've had some horrendous games in it ourselves, thanks to just the sheer lag fest. But we're slowly getting there. We still don't have the dedicated servers they promised us, but we are getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I know that recently they've had a little controversy with the whole people on YouTube showing glitches and whatnot, and obviously Activision the ban hammer on
bringing the ban hammer down with a vengeance.
That's crazy. That's taking away literally. I mean, they're doing work for you, and you're like, oh, let's look on what the glitches are this week, and like, oh, look, this guy's found this glitch. Okay, let's fix it. Done. But no, they're banning them all, which is stupid.
Well, that's what I think. Granted, Bungie has launched Destiny through Activision, but while they haven't been stopping people from putting any content up, which is great, I love that, they have been clever, and they've looked at that content themselves. They've looked at the glitch guides for beating the raid and doing various other things, and they've actually gone out and fixed them.
That's the whole point, I think.
It's not just entertaining for the people who are interested in the game, it's helpful for the devs as well.
And they're not having to pay someone to sit and look for these glitches. They're getting people to do it for free. But if they're going to be silly and start banning people, then it's just like, banning them on YouTube, obviously. They're banning videos. It's just like, you don't know when your bread's buttered, my friend.
Exactly. I mean, it's the old idiom, isn't it? It's like there's no such thing as bad publicity. Everything that draws attention. If you get a video and it's getting 1 million views and it's showing a glitch in Destiny, well, that might not necessarily always paint it in a positive light. But there's two people, I know anybody who has any interest in economics and marketing will correct me on this, but there's basically two people who will watch this video. There's those who, well, there's three. Let me correct myself right off the bat. There's those who have bought the game and will be complaining about it, and that will be drawing activity to the channel. There are those who are looking to buy it and who are now not going to, but there are those who were not going to buy it who will. And, it's always going to push somebody else over the edge, because somebody will sit there and go, you know what, that actually looks like a bit of fun, problems aside, make a rational decision, drop some money on it. I don't get the whole ban hammering and the whole content strike thing. There's a lot of videos out there right now from like last year when the copyright protection marketing system was brought in by Google for YouTube, and it's a bit
silly now.
It is very, very bizarre when I've had a couple of my videos flagged. I know you have as well. And for anybody's interested in the subject, just Google and YouTube copyright flags, and you'll see much, much larger channels posting their opinions on it, and there's some of them that make their points exceedingly better than I ever could, and it's some entertaining viewing. Go check it out. Total Biscuits one is probably one of my absolute favourites. Check that out. It's from about 2013. It's about an indie title he reviewed, and it's just phenomenal how this company was able to get away with banning his video. It's so worth the watch. It's as good as any film you can watch just for shock factor. You're like, really? That happened? That couldn't have happened. This is real life. No, it did. It really did. Here's the emails to prove it.
God, I may watch it now, actually.
Yeah, go check it out. Cracking channel as well. But so Destiny, well, Call of Duty, those are the big ones. We're in the run up to Christmas now. We've got some other massive titles out like Dragon Age, Inquisition. I know I've got some friends who are playing that at the moment. It's one I've had to miss in the run up to Christmas. I still haven't scraped into the Master Chief Collection as much as I wanted to. But what about yourself, Outcast? Is there anything you're going to be playing in the run up to Christmas? Anything you're going to be picking up before Christmas?
Well, Steam sale, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. A lot of older games as well, which I'll probably be picking up. But on the newer front, I think I might be playing some Dragon Age Inquisition. I haven't really gotten into the Dragon Age games really all that much in the past, but I mean, this one's getting a lot of hype just now, so I'm thinking, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. Let's just go ahead, dive in, see what happens. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then at least I'll know that, Dragon Age isn't for me as such. I mean, because I never really got into Skyrim. I mean, I've got Skyrim Game of the Year edition and blah, 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 but for some reason I couldn't get delved into there for whatever reason. I mean, it is one of the most popular games out there, but for me, I don't know,
just wasn't for you.
Just not working. Not working. Yeah.
Bizarrely, and I'll probably lose a subscriber or two for saying this, but I played the ever-loving crap out of Oblivion. Loved Oblivion. I didn't delve so many hours into Skyrim. Don't know why. Skyrim technically a much better game, but just didn't hook me. But you played Knights of the Old Republic, didn't you?
Oh my god, yes.
If you got hooked on that, there's every potential you will get hooked on Dragon Age. I know that's like saying, but everything BioWare does is just a derivative of Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, it is to a point. It's party-based RPG, morale decisions. It's like, you're going to be a paragon of good, or are you going to be an absolute, utter evil shit who kicks puppies for fun?
Oh, yes.
There's always that potential, and you can be whom you want to be with a branching choice of 3 options. The positive, the slightly grey one, or the outright negative let's burn babies option.
And I've just got to say, straight off the bat, Knights of the Old Republic 1 is the best.
By far and away. The second one was nowhere near as good.
I mean, they're both good, but number 1, oh yes.
Yeah, such a good game. But no, I played I've got EA access on the Xbox One, and I played the 6 hours of Dragon Age Inquisition that was made available. I'd like to pick it up. I don't have the time to get into it. It's sadly one that I won't be getting around to probably until next year. But then next year's going to come around, and Witcher 3's coming out. So, Witcher 3.
There's so many games next year. Yeah, I can't wait, actually.
Yeah, it's one of these things now. We finally hit that stage where next gen is hitting its stride. I keep saying next gen. Where the current gen consoles have finally hit their stride. It's taken 12 long months to get here, people. I got my Xbox One year 1 rewards from Microsoft. Thank you for those wallpapers. Thank you. I shall use them. The 10 years of subscription I've been paying you for Xbox Live Gold has been thoroughly validated by the picture I can download if I Google image search it. But thank you.
Yeah, fantastic.
Much appreciated. Though admittedly though, I do get a free copy of Halo Forward Unto Dawn, which if I wasn't one of the biggest Halo nerds on the face of the planet, didn't already own it, would have been pretty cool.
Second.
Yeah. That's like, dear God, no, thank you.
I mean, come on.
I'm not complaining, Microsoft. Well, we are getting a free copy of Limbo.
I've got to be at least the second most geeky fanboy of Halo in this conversation, I would say.
Well, there are only 2 of us, so that is pretty good odds.
Yeah, I think I've won that one.
I think I could, you know what? If this was a court of law, I couldn't object to that argument.
Overruled. Oh yes.
If you've been playing Phoenix Wright again, you just standing there pointing at the wall, going "Objection!"
I'm pointing at nothing right, like you objection.
There's anybody walking past your window right now?
It's going. It's like me.
What are you pointing at me for? But one thing I am really looking forward to, and it's edging ever closer, is the final release of Elite Dangerous. I'm going to have a little bit of footage in this video. I've been involved in the beta for a while. I decided to give it a bit of a break when it went through development. I had updated it the other night and started playing through the Gamma edition. I didn't even know that was a term. Is it pre-gold is Gamma? Okay, I'll take your word for it. Frontier development.
I think they're making shit up now.
But they've added some nice things. Like one thing the game sorely needed was a tutorial last now in it. It's a stunningly beautiful game, and the possibilities of it, if you get sucked into it and you get drawn into it, if you've ever played any of the Elites beforehand, whether it was Elite 2, Frontier, I mean, these games will suck up your time without compassion. You will literally be 6 months further down the line going, I probably should go outside now, but I can make I can make one more transport run. I've always thought that there's going to be stories of people falling asleep at the controls of their starship and just causing absolute chaos. But fantastic game. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on the final build version of it as well. The development's been pretty good, not without its hitches, obviously, because it's that point we touched on last week. It's multiplayer.
Yeah,
it's all online. Now, I bizarrely can't group with anyone I know, which is kind of annoying me. I'm really hoping that's coming in the final build. But again, it's like, okay, it's been beta. I understand that. They have gone through a lot of development. I get that. But going back to Grand Theft Auto 5, we've all seen the reports. I mean, it was never that fantastic online to begin with. It was always ropey, and it still is.
It's the end thing, though, when you think about it, for developers. It's just like, it doesn't matter if the multiplayer is fixed. We'll send it out anyway, and we'll fix it, slowly as we go along. Who cares? It just seems to be, I don't know why they're doing it, but we're all unfortunately, most people are accepting it, and it's not going to get any better, really, if someone doesn't, if we don't start saying no, you know what I mean? Get things working.
But that's the problem, though. It's kind of a catch-22. It's like, if we don't vote with our wallets as gamers, then it's going to continue to happen. The problem is, if not enough people buy the game, the problem's not going to exist. And then people get reports saying, oh yeah, the servers are running perfectly fine. Then 6 million people run out 3 weeks after the game's been launched. Oh, it's pretty stable. 6 million new connections all one weekend, and it just crashes the ass out of it. It's like, oh, it's got problems, blah, 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 blah. Because they didn't plan for the capacity the game's going to need.
Yeah.
We made our arguments last week about why you really need to think this through before you do it. And I know people have been upset that Elite has this, you have to be connected to the servers to play. It's like, well, yeah, okay, I could have quite happily played it on my own machine, but I don't see that as a negative in that game. I actually see that as a potential positive, because when they do bring the grouping and such in, and I can then party up with people I know. So it's like, say I'm flying in my cruiser carrying a massive cargo, and my buddy's got, I'm not particularly good at the dogfighting. I suck colossally. If you watch the video, you see me get my ass pretty much handed to me before I remember how to switch the energy in my shields for regeneration, flicking back to my weapons so I don't blow up in a puff of smoke. But if I can then, say, get you involved and say, look, Outcast, you can shoot at something that's in front of you. Fly wingman for me, and then can we divvy up the profits from this? There's a whole ecosystem of economics, and guilds will start up, business. You imagine this, like, if you had 6 players who were like, I say 6, I don't know why I say 6, but say you had a bunch of players who were really good dogfighters, start selling their services out there across the galaxy, saying, do you have a high value cargo that you need to get from point A to point B? Well, we'll protect you from any pirates. Pay us this fee.
Yeah.
That's where this game has so much potential, and Frontier Developments are going to continue to develop it, and it's an exciting prospect.
It sounds exciting, to be honest. Yeah.
But it's one of these things. Will it deliver on that potential? We got to give it a hook of realism. How much is, this would be awesome if they did this, versus, well, technically this is what they're going to be able to accomplish. I mean, we've got the whole fucking Milky Way to run around. That is hugely impressive.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's like, when a game developer can turn around and say to you, and this is probably going to be my final point for the evening, every dot that you can see in the sky in the Milky Way is in the game.
Oh, God, I remember them saying that, yeah.
And it's like, I've been flying around, and it's like, I'll take them at the word for that. It's like, I haven't got a particularly good telescope to really sit in my back garden and go, that one's a little out of position. NASA, can you confirm the position? NASA, hello? Oh, they've hung up. It's like some crazy nut sitting in the back garden trying to chart every star visible. But yeah, when you're coming through hyperspace, you're jumping out into the, into super cruise, and yes, massive gas giants in front of you, and you've got the whole galaxy at your fingertips. It's a nice place to be.
What I'd like to do with it is basically travel as much as possible, like far into the game as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like the opposite, the freaking end. I mean, it'll probably take some time to do that. But get as far away as like all the new starts as possible, and just start away the opposite side, and just start where adventure there sort of thing. And there's probably going to be a lot of people doing that as well. But just get out there before anyone's touched it, and then new snow, get out there and just start something.
Are you trying to make Star Snow Angels again? Is this your overall mission?
Damn.
I've caught you out again.
Why?
You're a sensitive soul, regardless of what anybody says. But
Don't let it out.
Too late, man. It's out on the internet now. But anyway,
You know what I've just seen?
What's that? What did you just see? Come on, tell me.
I just seen on Steam sale Slave Zero, the game who basically shaped my internet name.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, it all started at Slave Zero, but I'll probably do a video on that, and you guys can see more about that later on.
Oh, Christmas is around the corner. You never know your luck. But anyway, well, listen, folks, I think we'll draw a line under it this week for the podcast. Like I say, not a massive amount of news to cover, but we've covered it anyway. You know, share our thoughts, views, and opinions. Sound off exactly, no doubt. Sound off in the comment sections below if you think, you know, what do you guys think about the current scene with, you know, multiplayer instability in major AAA titles? Are you guys happy with it? Are you willing to keep paying for it? Are we going to hope that it's going to be fixed? You know, what would you do if you had any, you know, if we had the sway, if we could organize, what would be worthwhile doing? You know, is there anything we can do as consumers to stop it?
Is it too late?
Yeah. Are we committed now on this course and it's going to be somewhere we're just always going to have to deal with? Those are some fairly heavy topics for the end of the video. Jesus Christ.
I've got so many ideas for next one too.
Now they've just come to you. Great.
Oh, God damn it.
Wonderful. But anyway, folks, Outcast, again, thanks for joining me, man, as always. Again, folks, if you stuck with us this long, thank you so much. A big shout out to subscriber Ben Lee for proving that you did listen to the end of the video and delivering on Outcast's comment challenge.
Love you, Ben.
That sucked. But thanks to the two of you. I appreciate that both immensely. So please sound off in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Dislike it if you didn't. You know, give us some information in the comment section if it's more complex than simply liking or disliking. We look forward to hearing from you. We want to grow the channel and deliver content you guys want to see and hear. So, Outcast, again, thanks, man.
No worries.
All right. And to everybody's viewed, this is SDM Kahuna signing off. Thanks again.